Welcome back to Minutes with Meansy. Today we're going to stick with the simple stuff. We're going to change oil. It's a simple process, but you got to do it right and take the right steps. Ike Motor services all makes and models. So today we're going to be working on a Jeep Wrangler. First thing you're going to need is some type of oil filter wrench. You need a wrench or a socket to remove the oil drain plug, and then you're going to need the correct oil and oil filter for your vehicle. So get all that prepared before you start. First thing you want to do is, if your car hasn't been running, start it up, let it get warm, let it idle for 10 minutes, and then you can start the oil changing process. The first thing I do when I'm changing my oil is I take the oil cap off of the engine. On some vehicles, if you don't do that, it kind of creates a vacuum. It doesn't allow the oil to drain out as fast. Let's raise it up. But before you raise your vehicle, make sure you consult the proper way to do it. Safety is your #1 concern. First thing you do after you raise the vehicle is you take the filter off. Be careful, oil is going to come out. You want to kind of twist it off, let it start to drain, and get your hand out of there. There we go. So after you get the old filter removed, grab your new filter, and you want to lightly coat this O-ring with some fresh oil. Get a little on your finger and just lightly cover that filter. We're going to put this back up there. Twist it on till it's hand tight, and then snug it another 2/3 turn, and your oil filter will be tight. Well, the next step is to remove the drain plug. And there we go. All the oil needs to be recycled. It's a hazardous waste, so it needs to be recycled properly. Just bring it to Ike Motor or automotive parts stores. Will take oil for recycling, no charge. We've been letting our oil drain for about 5 minutes. There's usually an O-ring on the oil drain plugs. This one there is not. It's a rubber gasket that's made with the plug. If there's an O-ring on there, cut that off and replace it with a new one. Putting your drain plug back on, you're gonna wanna screw it in there hand tight to make sure it doesn't get cross-threaded. Cross-threaded can put metal into the engine. It'll cause a leak. Got it on there hand tight. Tighten it until you feel the resistance, so right there. And then rule of thumb, this is 1/8 of a turn. Do not over tighten your oil drain plug, because that'll strip the threads out of it and lead to a leak. Now it's time to lower the vehicle back down. It's time to put the oil in the vehicle. Consult your owner's manual to see what the capacity is for your engine. Put in a quart less, and then start up your vehicle, let it run, and then check your oil again. A funnel is a very important tool when filling your oil as well, so you do not spill. Okay, so we got the oil in there. We'll take our funnel out of there and we'll get our cap back on, and we'll start the vehicle up, let it run for 5 minutes, and shut it down and check our oil. So after you start your vehicle, after you filled your engine with oil, it's a good time to check the rest of the fluids to make sure they're all full. So we're checking our oil now after the vehicle's run. We are just a little bit low, so I'm going to add just a little bit more oil and recheck it. So we're just going to put the rest in here and top it off. So after you get everything changed and running and your level is good, take a peek back under there and make sure the oil drain plug isn't leaking or your oil filter isn't leaking, and you'll be good to go. So one thing you need to do at the end is get a sticker for your window to show the next service due, so you don't go over or you don't go under your miles for your oil change. Thanks again for watching Minutes with Meansy. We'll see you next week.